Hey guys, back to the YouTube video. Today it's going to be a showing off video. Haven't been able to go to any flea markets and pawn shops, so luckily I bought a lot of knives off eBay. Well, I say I bought them. My father bought them, and I just gave him the money back for them, and so I appreciate him for helping me out. And I got a few updates on some other projects I had done, and I got a few other new items I'll show off. So first thing I do is the updates. And first thing I show off is this trench knife. Those who may remember, my good friend JJ Jinx sent me some replica World War I trench knives, 1918. And like I said, I've been wanting to do projects like this since I first started knife making. The blade itself, I recycled. It's a Japanese fantasy blade that I've had for a while. And once I saw this blade, I knew it would look good in this trench knife. And the fact that I didn't have to really make the blade really saved me a lot of time. So all I did is I took the existing blade, shaped down a tang, and threaded the tang so I could screw the pommel on. And voila. Beautiful. Truly a deadly piece of history right there. And this one is for sale if anybody's interested. Alright, another update is on this one I was able to manufacture. I took the old Ranger guard. Making sure it says that, yeah. Ranger guard. Those who may remember in a previous flea market video, I got a spatula that had this on it. And I already looked it up. It really wasn't worth anything. So I just took it off the existing spatula and actually used it as kind of like a custom guard. And I think it turned out beautiful. I love the crown stag that I put on it and the nice 1075 bed frame. That looks nice. Almost forgot. Next is on a couple of the other items from that flea market lot. This Japanese kitchen knife I cleaned up. And then this old homemade knife I cleaned up that was in the lot. This one, among those ones I'm keeping, this is the only one I'm going to keep because I love the old homemade stuff. Sucks I can't find a maker's mark. Alright, that's on the updates on some of those projects. Next is on a few of the items my father actually did get for me. And the first thing he got me is this Chinese Chinese Barlow, and he mainly got this for me just to have and show off in my videos. And yes, I don't ever collect China stuff. My father did give it to me, and I do love it still. And what I'll do is I will do a video on comparing this one to an actual Imperial. So still, it's a nice little knife just to do that kind of stuff with. Next is this Colonial brown-handled Barlow. And this one I actually did not have in my collection. So thank you very much, Dad. Most of the Colonials I have are either white-handled or mostly just white-handled. And I love the fact that I found one with a brown color. So now I've got the pair in my collection. That's nice. Next is this German camp knife my father got for me. Beautiful condition. And it needed some cleaning when I got it, but I cleaned it up a little bit, and now it looks a lot better. Looks just like a Victorinox. And then my father knows I collect Hammer brands, so he found me this Hammer brand toothpick with the original handle still on it. Beautiful condition. I had to clean it up a little bit, but that wasn't something I couldn't handle. Beautiful. Can't beat a classic. Next is one of my other favorites. This one actually my mother gave to me. It was around Thanksgiving, and she came down to visit me, and she found this at a local pawn shop for me. It's a Victorinox. I think this is called the Officer's Knife, where it's a lot bigger than a classic. And it needed some cleaning when I got it. It was terribly gunked up, and I was able to bring it back to the original condition. Because these Victorinoxes are always so easy to clean up as long as you know what you're doing, which I do. So thank you very much, Mom. I love this one. It's great in my collection. Next is another one I just got from the Buck Factory. I sent this knife in originally. I don't know if those who remember that video. It was a chrome-handled knife that was terribly pitted. It was not in really good shape, and they actually sent me back the modern version, which I am very happy with. And even better is this knife's actually a couple years old. This particular one was made in 2018. So this knife's a couple years old and it's brand new. So that's awesome. I love the fact that Buck did that for me. Looks great in my collection. Alright, that's all the stuff we got to show. Next is the lot of knives I purchased. So first thing I'll show off is the main reason I bought this lot was this Leatherman Super Tool. This was one of the main reasons I bought the lot. It needs some cleaning up, and the tools need to be cleaned, but they're all intact, and they're all in really good shape. So what I plan to do is I will clean this up, and depending on what it's worth, it will be my decision if I'll sell it or not. Most likely, I'll probably keep it, because I think if I remember right, I paid $40 for the lot. The tool itself is worth the whole lot. So I'll look it up, get it nice and clean, and see what it's worth. Next is this nice case Trapper 2-blade. I used to have one of these. It was a single blade, but it was in horrible condition. This one's a 2-blade. It's actually in not bad condition despite being pitted. The springs are in really good shape. So are the blades, and so is the inside. So I'll completely restore this, and that will determine if I'll keep it or not. Most likely I will, because it is an old case, and I only collect old case knives. Next is this cheap, sharp Lockback 900. I'll probably just sell this off as a cheap knife because I don't really keep these anymore. Next is a beat-up old Craftsman knife. Yeah, it's really beat up. I'll try to see what I can do with it. Most likely I'll probably just strip it for parts. Because, yeah, someone really worked on that blade. Next is another main reason I wanted this lot is there was some old timers. The original ones, not the Chinese fakes that are being made now. So there's that one. That'll clean up relatively nice, even though it has a chipped blade, but that'll still clean up really nice. Next is another old timer. Again, it'll clean up really nice. Okay. Next is another main reason I wanted this lot because it had a buck 503. And this one I actually almost was about to sell because I already have one. But I noticed something when I looked at them. The one I already have doesn't have a date code number. This one does not have a date code number. This one actually does. And this one is dated on 2001, the year before I was born. So this one I'm going to clean up and retip and actually put in my collection. So that's awesome. Next is a Sheffield, England knife. Yeah, that's going to definitely need some cleaning. Again, I'll clean all these up and I'll keep a few and sell a few as well. Next is another little toothpick. Can't make out the brand on it. Once I get it cleaned up, I should be able to make it out pretty clear. And last but not least is this camp knife I bought. Can't really make out the brand. Just says something New York on it. I'll have to clean it up, see if I can bring the brand more clear. Sucks the bone handles are damaged. Alright. Last but not least is a separate lot I bought. And first things first is these nice Colonial. Now, yes, the sheath does not go with this knife, but heck, for the price, I think it was only $20 for the pair. The sheath itself is worth $20. But it's in beautiful shape for the age. I would say near mint condition. This is going to go straight in my collection. I'll sell off the old one I have. Because the old one I have is actually in a lot rougher shape, as you can see. So this one I'll sell off. This one I'm going to keep. And the sheath itself, I'll look at my knives and see what ones I don't have sheaths for and see which ones fit it. But that was an awesome find. And even better is I also have, almost chopped it, is the matching little knife for it. So that's awesome that I've got the pair of them. Anyway, so that's all I've got to show off. I look forward to cleaning these up today. And So far, the one that I'm for sure I'm keeping is the buck knife, of course. The other ones, once I get them cleaned up, that'll waive my decision to keep them or not. So, I hope you've enjoyed the video. And don't forget to go into the next video and vote for the next unboxing knife. And as always, stay sharp.